Thank you. We will begin our round of questioning. I will open. We're each going to have 5 minutes to question you. Mr. Miller, I want to come to you. Are you aware of the speech and debate clause in Article 1?
Yes.
Okay, and are you aware of the D.C. Circuit case U.S. versus Rayburn House Office Building?
Chairman Blackburn, I am not an expert on the speech or debate clause, but I have heard of that case.
You have heard of that case. Then you know that that case stands for the proposition that there is a documentary non-disclosure privilege for members of Congress. So do you think Jack Smith violated that speech and debate clause protections?
Chairman Blackburn, I would defer to you and your colleagues about the scope and the application of the speech and
You're
debate
aware
clause.
of the case,
I am, Chairman
and
Blackburn.
you're aware of what the case found, that it establishes that proposition.
I am.
You are. So do you think, in your opinion, did Jack Smith violate that speech and debate clause?
Chairman Blackburn, I do not know. I'm unaware of any case that addresses whether the speech or debate
Okay,
clause.
so then why did you turn over the tolling data? If you're aware of the Article 1 speech and debate clause and you're aware of the case, why did you do this?
I understand the frustration on this issue, Chairman Blackburn. We responded to this subpoena, principally the May 25th, 2020.
Even though you knew it was wrong?
No, Chairman Blackburn, we did not know it was
Okay,
wrong.
let me ask you this. I've got a question on something in your testimony, and I'm going to quote you. Our processes could have been better suited to meet what was a new and unique set of circumstances, end quote. So I'm glad that it is heartening to hear that you realize you didn't have the right processes in place. But I want to make sure I'm understanding what you meant by that. So what you're basically saying is it took Jack Smith issuing secret subpoenas for the records of duly elected members of Congress as part of a weaponized investigation of President Trump for Verizon to finally realize that it probably could have, and I quote you, better processes. Is that accurate?
Chairman Blackburn, we should have had a better process to address this situation.
So in essence, what you're saying is that you had no process in place as of May 2023. And you had no way of identifying that something was a member of Congress records. Is that accurate?
That's correct, Chairman Blackburn, not at that
So
time.
you had no process in place, and therefore you turned everything over. Okay, so no process, you turned it over, you're aware of the speech and debate clause, you're aware of the U.S. versus Rayburn House Office Building, but you didn't comply with that. So in Judge Boasberg's non-disclosure order that accompanied the subpoena, the May 2023 subpoena, he stated that there were reasonable grounds to conclude that notifying me or the other members of the subpoena would result in destruction of or tampering with evidence, intimidation of potential witnesses, and serious jeopardy. Are you aware of any facts, and were you at the time aware of any facts that justified Judge Boasberg claiming that there were reasonable grounds that me or any of us would commit a federal crime by destroying evidence?
No, Chairman Blackburn, I have no reason to believe you or anyone else on this panel would do any of those things. When we evaluated this subpoena and this non-disclosure order, we were simply looking to determine if they were valid and legal, and in this case, they were.
And it never caused you to ask, I wonder what this is about, or why they would do this?
Chairman,
Why didn't you reach out like AT&T did?
Chairman Blackburn, I don't want to speak for my colleagues at AT, or excuse me, fellow panelists at AT&T. I would say that was a good catch.
I didn't ask you to speak for them. I asked why you did not take an action, and you did not. My time's expired. Senator Durbin, you're recognized for 5 minutes.
I want to try to get some basics understood here. Mr. Nelson, you testified that there were 5